Hey gang, Rob Smith here. I read a letter from about a week ago, dated March 11th, from a physician in Italy, and it struck a chord. I thought I'd share it with you, and feel free to share with anybody else who you think might find this interesting or extremely important, at least there. I'm a doctor in a major hospital in Western Europe. Watching you Americans in the still early days of the coronavirus pandemic is like watching a familiar horror movie where the protagonist, yet again, split into pairs or decide to take a tour of a dark basement. The real life versions of this behavior is pretending this is just a flu, keeping schools open, following through with your holiday travel plans, and going to the office daily. This is what we did in Italy. We were so complacent with even when people with the symptoms started turning up, we wrote each off as a nasty case of the flu. We kept the economy going, pointing fingers at China, and urged tourists to keep traveling. And the majority of ourselves, we told each other, this isn't so bad. We're young, we're fit, we'll be fine if we catch it. Fast forward 2 months and we're all drowning. Statistically speaking, judging by the curve in China, we're not even at the peak yet, and our fatality rate is at over 6%, double the known global average. Put aside statistics, here's how it looks in practice. Most of my childhood friends are now doctors. They're having to choose now between saving a 40-year-old and a 60-year-old because they don't have enough beds. In the hallway, meanwhile, there are another 15 people waiting who are hardly breathing and need oxygen. The Army is trying to bring some of them to other regions with helicopters, but it's just not enough. The flow is just too much. Too many people are getting sick at the same time. We are still awaiting the peak of the epidemic in Europe, probably early April in Italy, mid-April for Germany, Switzerland, France, and somewhere around that time, the UK and the US, the infections will only just begun. But until we're past the peak, the only solution is to impose social restrictions. And if your government is hesitating, these restrictions are up to you. What they are is stay put, do not travel, cancel the family reunion, the promotion party, and the big night out. This really sucks, but these are special times. Don't take risks. Don't go to places where you're more than 10 people in the same room. It's not safe and it's not worth it. Why the urgency if so many survive? Here's why. Fatality is the wrong yardstick. Catching the virus can mess up your life in many, many more ways than just straight up killing you. We're all young. Okay, even if we get the bug, we'll survive. Fantastic. How about needing 4 months of physical therapy before you even feel human again? Or even getting scar tissue in your lungs and having your activity level restricted for the rest of your life. Not to mention having every chance of catching another bug in the hospital. But while you're being treated or waiting to get checked in, the immune system distracted by the false alarm of an ordinary flu. No travel or leisure or business is worth this risk. Now, odds are you might catch the coronavirus and might not even get the symptoms. Good. Great for you. Very bad for everyone else, from your own grandparents to the random older person who got on the subway train or stop a tour after you just got off. You're fine, barely even sneezing or coughing, but you're walking around and you kill a couple of old ladies without even knowing it. Is that fair? You tell me. We all have a duty to stay put except for very special reasons, like you go to work because you're in healthcare, or you have to save a life and bring someone to a hospital, or you go out for food so you can survive. But when we get to this stage of a pandemic, it's really important not to spread the bug. The only thing that helps is social restriction. Ideally, the government should and is starting to issue that instruction and provide a financial fallback. Compensate business owners, ease the financial load on everyone as much as possible, and reduce the incentive of risking your life and the lives of others just to make ends meet. But if your government, our government, or company is slow to the uptake, don't be the person. Take responsibility for all but essential movement. Restrict yourself. This is epidemiology 101, and it really sucks. It is extreme, but luckily we don't have pandemics and this violence every single year. It's the first in our lifetime. So sit it out, stay put, don't travel. It's absolutely not worth it. It's the civic and moral duty for every single person, everywhere, to take part in this global effort to reduce this threat to humanity. To postpone any movement or travel that is not vital or essential, and to spread the disease as little as possible. Have fun in June, in July, and August when this hopefully is over. Until then, stay safe, good luck, stay put.